Let's go straight to our talking point today, and it's coming from Cho Ramaswamy, editor of Tughlaq, joins us from Chennai. Thanks very much, Mr. Ramaswamy, for joining us. Now, the big question, should we intervene in Sri Lanka? Has the centre, Mr. Ramaswamy, bowed to pressure from the DMK? Is Pranab Mukherjee likely to ask for a ceasefire, as the DMK and Tamil political parties are calling for in Sri Lanka?
Well, the earlier part of your question was right. He is going there under pressure from the DMK to satisfy the political ally. But not to intervene, in my opinion. It is not to intervene in the military action that is being taken there against the Tigers. India should not, in its own interest, ask the Sri Lankan government to stop the action in the middle and allow the Tigers to recoup and get strengthened again.
Mr. Ramaswamy, actually the DMK says it's asking for the ceasefire really in order to help the civilians. There are lakhs of civilians trapped in those forests near Ltte right now. Is that not justified?
They are not only wrong, but there is also an element of dishonesty in what they say. Because it is not the Sri Lankan military which is targeting civilians there. It is the Tigers who are keeping the civilians as a shield. They are not allowing them to evacuate the place and go to safer territories, though the Sri Lankan military has been asking them to evacuate and marking safe zones for them. The Tigers are not allowing them to go because they are their shields.
Okay. How realistic then, Mr. Ramaswamy, demand for Prabhakaran being handed over to India, be tried for Rajiv Gandhi's assassination? We haven't, Mr. Mukherjee was very ambivalent on that. Should India be going there and asking for Prabhakaran's extradition? Should he be caught?
If I were in office, I would say yes to your question, but still not do it. I would say yes, we should ask for extradition, but still not do it. Because considering practical matters, practical issues, bringing Prabhakaran here, putting him in a prison and going on with the trial will all whip up passions in Tamil Nadu. So I would avoid it. But I would still say, for record purposes, I would say, yes, he must be extradited and we must try him here. I will say that, but I will not do it.
All right, you're saying say, but don't do it. But should India do something positive in terms of supporting the Sri Lankan government in that fight against the Ltte?
Yes, we should support them. Though, of course, we cannot openly supply them with weaponry and all that. We must do everything that is possible within certain limits to help the Sri Lankan army to finish off the Ltte. The Ltte will survive as a terrorist group, pure and simple terrorist group, but they must lose their military strength. It is in India's interest also, and it is in the interest of the Sri Lankan Tamils also.
Mr. Cho Ramaswamy, you sparked out a major political controversy. Talking point tomorrow in Tamil Nadu, you're saying that India must come out in support of the Sri Lankan government, come out against the Ltte in some way. Thanks very much, Mr. Ramaswamy, there joining us just as Pranab Mukherjee is now in Kolkata.